Evet efendim. Tekrardan merhabalar. Zar ustası hanımefendi ile birlikte hikayelerimize devam edeceğiz kaldığımız yerden. Öncelikle bir adet yetenek puanımız geldi. Fikir birleşimiyle görsel analizden bir adet seviye alacağız buradan. Neydi? Mankenlerdi değil mi? O diyafonda konuştuğumuz kadının herhalde olduğu yer burası olarak düşünüyoruz. Devam edelim.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
Yani gerçekten yok daha neler.
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wing. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier
Ah
went
be.
bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Yani ben böcekleri sevmem, bilemedim. Bu nasıl bir... Yani linçleniyormuşuz değil mi videodan sonra? Bilmiyorum. Spesifik olarak gerçekten böceği mi savunalım ya?
Actually, insects do have brains, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yani birazcık
I think
abartı
the
olduğunu
protesters took
teşekkür
it a
ederim.
little too far.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up.
Anything else?
Evet. O zaman bundan sonrasını birden aşağıya doğru gidiyorum. Hepsini bir tek tek hızlıca soralım.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Yani tamam bir şey çıkmaz da insanlara zorla saç kesimi mi yaptıracaksın abicim? Yani bence de sade bir adamım yani hiç şöyle...
Me neither.
Yok
I
ben...
just want it off my face.
Ne güzel.
It
Spor
wasn't
salonu.
merely a gym, it was at the Meetups Boxing Club.
Aa,
A
boks
community
kulübü doğru.
project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Aa çok iyiymiş.
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym as his
Yani.
way of giving back.
Bunu kesin soracağım.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
Bunların kralı gibi bir şey diyor ya.
Oh,
Öyle.
yes. You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Çok da işe yaramamış
It
gibi
didn't.
sanki. Ya.
If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Oha. Delikti girerken. Torba.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day.
Bu şirketlerin
What could go
batmasının
wrong with this
tek
one,
sebebi
right?
kötü olmaları. 7/24 pencere niye değiştirirsin ya?
Turns out The business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing
Ya buradaki
snuff
lanet
videos. Who
kendileri
would have
yani.
guessed?
What's the
Oo.
snuff milieu?
And
Bölüm
they
konu.
never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Camcı şey çıktı.
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Oo, okey.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As if it's just
Gerçekten.
another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good
Zaten.
luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Oğlum ya buradaki herkes hani bir yerden kötü bir amacı şey yapıyor yani gerçekten böyle bir şey olabilir mi ya? Ayı gerçek, camcı dediğin bilmem ne şeyleri yapıyormuş, yayınları yapıyormuş. Bu uyuşturucu.
Anything else?
Baksana bu kadar. Böyle bir şey olabilir mi ya? Pervane kanatları ve
They were made
kayakları,
by a
evet.
company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor
Pervaneden
blades to
kayağa
speed,
geçmişler.
their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is. The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just props. Why return them?
Baksana bizim mantıkta artık dedi bunlardan bir bok olmaz. Garip bir makine buldum.
The radio game
Aha.
studio.
Aa.
She liked them.
Onları
They were an
seviyormuş.
interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be
Aha, liberal mi yoksa
comically
şifre?
liberal with their schedules. The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Yes,
gerçekten
but when
bayağı
the money
etkileyici
started
duruyor
to
lan.
run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know how the markets are rigged. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important.
Yani bir de her şeye sahiplermiş keşke.
Still, not everyone is going to make it. That's the nature of the game.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
Yes.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
Evet. Kimsenin şeyi yok yani burada. Bir dediğin gibi o Terzi ablamız biraz bok yoluna gitmiş ama diğerlerinin hepsi al birini vur ötekine, hiçbir şey fark etmiyor.
I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. You could say so. Both houses.
If the whirling
Bunu
is part of the
sormuştuk
same
zaten.
building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade.
Oyun salonu.
This is an ancient failure. My advice, don't base your business on a fad.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
his disdain for pinball could not
Gerçekten
be clearer.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
aynen bak buradan
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
yok ablacığım
No.
konuştuk ya.
It was something else.
Esrarengiz de evet.
It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Yani yok ablayı ikna edemedik harbiden.
Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it's sure. I'm
Yes.
good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Bunu şey yapamıyoruz. Böylece
wow, you work hard. Oh,
Harbi mi?
yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Allah Allah. Nasıl
Look
bir
at
şey yapıyorsun
yourself.
ki?
You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You
Ölene kadar akmaya
ride.
devam Möruk.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop. And sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth?
Abicim ne diyorsun?
But you
Yok öyle bir
still, are
şey.
you rich?
Hayır
That's
değilim.
right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Peki. Neden
Because of the
fakirim?
taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk,
Peki.
fart,
Peki.
so much as sneak. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol? Every time you wipe your ass, they got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales
3 nokta.
excise duty, extraction tax. 98% of all your money.
Nereden çıkardı bunları ya? Emin misin? Epey bir şeye benziyor. Bu benim param. Sorunu çözmeye yardımcı olur.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples? Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real.
Evet. Dolaylı vergilendirme yöntemleri diye bir mi ne bu? Neydi bu? Düşünce. Aldık. Geçici araştırma bonusundan -2 empati alıyoruz. 1 saat 45 dakika. Öncelikle kenarda tuttuğum bir yedek ideolojim varsa hiç zahmet etme. Kevgiri devlet için dolaylı vergilendirmeye mücadele etmek bütün öğretilere uyumludur. Böyle de havalı bir şey yani. Bilmiyorum. Bunu içselleştirmeli miyiz acaba? Bilemedim. Yani şeyde gidiyor onu biliyorum da. Çünkü artı bir şey veriyordu şu evden uzakta yapayalnız düşüncesi. Araştırırken artı bir şey veriyordu. Sonrasında gitti yerine böyle bir şey verdi mesela bize. Yani bunu sonradan unutabiliyoruz. O kadar problem değil. Ha, unutmak için de yetenek puanı istiyormuş. Bilmiyorum, empatimi versem mi? Neyse, bir tane daha elimize bir şey gelene kadar bekleteyim ben bunu biraz. Bu ne veriyor bize? Kavramlaştırma veriyormuş. Bu oyunculuk veriyor. Tamam, bunlar yüksek zaten, bizde sıkıntı yok. Evet. Ayrılıyorum o zaman artık buradan. Böyle bir baktım, bir şey kalmamış gibi. Hadi kim gidelim hadi. O neymiş öyle? Acaba şuna cevap çıkar... Evet, ben de liberali merak ettim, bir de onu giderken deneyeceğim.
Tiles on the cube are like a smooth draw. The speaker
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Good. Please repeat the password. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube. The filament slide.
Okey. Yemedi. Başka ne öğrendik? Cam kırıklarından bir şey çıkmadı. Buradakilerden de. Burada da bir şey yok. Evet, kesinlikle dondurmaya bakacağım.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churn.
No. Maalesef. Sadece şu ayının da kablosunu çıkartacağım.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box. An electric sizzle. The room is...
Maalesef o da açılmadı. Evet. Galiba bir gizemi çözmüş bulunmaktayız. Her yeri denedim galiba ya. Kutunun tam karşısı. Şu anda bakıyorum. Bu arada yayınlarımız devam ediyor. Tam gazla. Buraya bakmıştım zaten. Buradan para çıktı. Başka bir şey çıkmadı. Okey. Elimizdeki feneri bırakalım. Merhabalar ablacığım.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark
Nasıl yani ya?
sarcophagus?
Karanlık lahit.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how
Ah.
ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
Abi bizim kendi karakterimiz de garip ya. Yani yapalım mı? Bilmiyorum böyle bir şey. Ya ben çocuk etkilenir diye, başka hiçbir şey değil, şu an ufaklık var ya, ondan korkuyorum. Yoksa hani her türlüsünü işaretleyebilirim. Yani
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity? A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
evet, mantık
Just don't
benimle
say you don't
birlikte.
have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it.
Evet.
Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Şimdi sorunların kapitalizmden kaynaklı ve israf ekonomisinin sistemimizden zirvelerinden biri. Yalan söyle diyor. Aman yahu. Yalan söyleyip ya yalan söylemeye gerek yok. Yalanı sevmeyiz abicim. Evet evet. Yani bildiğimiz kapitalizmle alakalı bu. Bütün hepsi ekonomiyle alakalı.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
Tam
This
olarak
is
öyle.
a lot for her to pass.
Yani göçmen işçiyi geç, dünya devrimi geç. Bence kaosa alışmamız lazım ya.
Precarious world? Economy? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it.
Ya niye saptırayım?
It's okay.
Doğruyu söylüyorum ya.
You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will
As she has to, every day.
thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way.
Abi şaka gibisin ya.
Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's
Teşekkürler
just too
retorik.
far
Bak,
gone.
başladığımızdan
Her
beri
own mind.
I am
En
sorry
kaliteli
we
şey.
had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
çık abicim çık. Bununla mı uğraşacağız ya? Hadi gelin. Birazcık gezelim. Bak şurada bir poşet buldum. Yeho. Artık poşette şey toplayabiliyorum. Biraz sesi gıcıkmış ama. Mermi dedikleri ha. Oo. Gerçekten yaşadık. Kim abi bir çekilir misin ya? Orada bir tane daha var. Yenisini tipsten alın. Allah Allah.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side. That's Kuno on the lens.
Abicim artık çekil kardeşim ya.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassi. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manuals. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
Allah
There was a
Allah.
revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Gerçekler, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here. That's odd. I could swear you were a police officer.
Yani paramızı şimdilik saklayacağım. Hı, 10 şişemiz var içinde. Güzel. 10 sent mi veriyordu şişe başına?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Ansızmış. Aha bebeğin yanına geldik. Aa. Gel bırakayım buraya
Are
gel.
you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slip.
Logic error. She is not sleeping.
Pigs come to take me out.
Mantık
Trying to
hatası diyor ya.
snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think
Abicim hiç sizinle uğraşamayacağım. Manzaralı bir balkon.
It's been a week and now they show up?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Is it really that important?
Like
Çok
a
önemli.
nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
İlkel içgüdüm devreye
All right,
girdi.
but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez mi? Martinez bu bizim olduğumuz yer
That's
değil mi zaten?
definitely not his real name.
Gerçekten
No, of
ismi
course
mi değil?
not. Could you please lower your voice?
Ask him again.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
Lan ne sigaraymış ya?
But he hasn't left yet.
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell
Heh,
us,
bizimki girdi.
where were you last Sunday?
Ver yürü.
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pal. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, snow continues to pile on the neighboring
Ya
window
bu
sills.
nasıl bir...
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Haydi keşke kayıt alsaydık. %72 ile umarım tutarsın. Bir daha yapamayacağız çünkü.
This isn't a place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though just it's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Yes sir. Alttaki taş ha. Ver bakalım.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention. If we find a way inside the building, we can...
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of... There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. We'll just have to go in and...
Evet. Neymiş lan? Evet. Açılmadı. Tepki hızı retorikten alıyormuş. Ama şeyden veriyormuş. Elimizdeki bize bir şey etki ediyor mu? Şöyle bir içeriye bakalım. Haydi. Kayıp hayvan ilanları. Farklı numaralar olan 3 tane ayakkabı. İlk önce aşağı katı bitireyim. Merak ettim sadece burası orası mı diye. Tek tek evleri deneyeceğim.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other
Allah
words.
Allah.
I'll keep my armistice handy, detective.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by even today, half a century after. The star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and to symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and that because white is the color of peace. Smug superiority, aesthetic musings, the triumph of capital is undeniable, but maybe the guns were sort of cool.
Peki. Abla dur, buranın maşallahı var gerçekten. Burayı gezmemiz bayağı bir sürecek. O da ablayla da konuşalım ondan
Give me a
sonra.
moment.
O nine.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Allah'ım ne güzel oldu öyle. İyi misin?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
You're still worried. It's
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
she's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm no
Siz
one.
kimsiniz?
Just an old woman who cleans these hallways. If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show, and some
What's he in trouble for?
Hayır
Talk?
ablacığım ya. Aman aman teyzeciğim aman.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go
Peki.
to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony.
Peki. Teşekkür ederiz efendim. Eve gitmeden önce buraları bir gezelim.
What happened here? Put your emotions aside. Try to
Allah.
focus on abstract, impersonal things.
Duygusal mental zarar
But
yedim.
this reeks of sadness. It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, indeed.
Evet. Bir seviye daha atlıyorum. İyiyim. Evet. Buradan balkona çıkalım. Bambaşka bir balkona çıktık hemen. Olur. O ne?
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean. Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt. A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water. Far coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on.
He does not like talking politics of this kind.
Evet. Buradaki konuşmaya devam etmeden bölümün sonuna gelelim. İnanılmaz bir serüvene bir sonraki bölümde devam ediyoruz. Görüşmek üzere.